Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? Now a mule is an animal with long funny ears. He kicks up at anything he hears. His back is brawny and his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid. Greetings peeps, and welcome to Jazz History Online. I am very excited to have you in this course. My name is Dr. Tim Hendrickson. You can call me Dr. H, everybody does. Let's explore a little bit about what our course is like, okay? Let's talk about it. Essentially, this is a music history course, right? And we're going to be focusing on American jazz from its origins until the present day. We'll be exploring various types of jazz. And of course, we're going to be looking at several different jazz artists, you know, John Coltrane, people like that, all the way up to people like Ella Fitzgerald. So if those names are not familiar to you, don't worry. There's going to be lots of things for us to consider, lots of music to listen to. It's going to be a lot of fun. Understand, this is an all online course, right? 100% online, asynchronous, which means there is no virtual or face-to-face meeting time, right? Everything is online. So understand that. You work at your own pace based upon the framework and detailed course calendar, which you're going to find out more about in a bit. But based upon these the assignment deadlines, okay? So very important that you budget your time wisely. Your attendance is recorded by your participation. For example, your email communications with me, your submission of assignments, and your participation in discussion topics. Every time you log on, I'm notified. Every assignment you submit, I am notified. So that is your attendance. That's really the only way we can record, right, online attendance. This course is structured so that, again, it's all online. Just understand, you're working at your own pace. You've got to budget your time wisely. There are essentially two sides to the story. There's an e-learning D2L side, and there's an online textbook side. On the e-learning side, you have things like the course information, announcements, the discussion topics, and of course this detailed course calendar, a very important component. And then you have on the online textbook side, this is where the majority of your assignments are going to be found. The readings and the listening and the quizzes and exams, those are all going to be found on your online text, which again, I must stress, you cannot complete the course successfully without it. You got to go get that online text. So I hope that sort of clarifies the structure of the course for you a little bit. Obviously, folks, we're going to be learning more and more as we go along. I will be sending out more info as we go along. But for now, let's take a look at navigating around e-learning. And in specific, let's take a look at that detailed course calendar so you can see what that's all about. Okay, folks, so when you first log on to e-learning, this is what you're going to see, a page very much like this. Because I'm faculty, I may have other announcements that you do not see. So you want to scroll down to where you have My Courses, and this is where all of the courses that you're enrolled in at Delta should appear. And some of them might be here. Your online courses should be here. If you have a face-to-face course at Delta as well, it may be here, it may not be here. It just depends upon the instructor. So for our course, Jazz History, you would simply come down and click on. And then you'll be brought to
a page that looks just like this. And it's not very populated right now, so there's not a lot here, but you do have some things like, description of the professor or me. You also have some things, some widgets here on the right. You can use these if you wish. I just wanted to point out a couple of things that are present here, such as this calendar. I have to state this is not the same thing as our detailed course calendar, so please don't use this as your guide to things. Please use our detailed course calendar. And you might be asking, where do I find that? You go up to our navigation bar up here. You go to the Content tab. Here you will see all of the items that are a part of our course. The course syllabus, for example, which has complete description of the course, required materials, grading, so forth. And you have a link to our online textbook, which we will discuss later. That link is not available to you right now, but it will be shortly. But what we really want to look at right now is the detailed course calendar. So take a look at this and notice that you have this it's kind of a spreadsheet type thing here. This shows you start date in the left-hand column when assignments begin, when a section begins, and the middle column with all the writing in it. This shows you what is in that section. We have several sections to consider. And then we have the far right column, which shows the end date. This is when these sections are due. Note that every section ends with a quiz. There are also written assignments scattered throughout. Okay, so this shows you when they begin, when they're due. Also the midterm and the final exam, when those due dates are, start and end dates are listed there as well. Now, something that you're going to want to be aware of, all of these assignments are found on our online text. I cannot stress this enough. Note, remember I say there are two sides to the story. These are descriptions only of what our assignments are and our sections are on our online text. They are not the actual readings or writing assignments and things. Those are found on the online text. You can only access them through the online text. So you got to have that online text. In addition to those assignments, you also have some activities such as the discussion topics. And for those, you would go to the activities tab, scroll down to discussions. And of course, our first one is introductions. It is not available right now, but it will be available to you shortly. And there'll be a couple of other discussion topics for you to participate in. Those are also assignments, but those are the only ones that are not found on our online text. Okay, these are right here on e-learning. The others are all found on our online text, including quizzes and exams. Now, so this contents tab is where you want to be, and I can't stress enough, you really need to take the time to consider this detailed course calendar, because it shows you when things begin, when they end, how much time you have to do them. And in some cases, you only have a week. So please, you need to budget your time wisely. Take the time to consider when things begin and when they are due. It is not enough to simply look at things and just make assumptions. So please do take the time to look at these and make sure you understand when they begin, when they do. Budget your time wisely. Okay, so as you can see, our course is divided into various sections. The completion of those sections, as well as all of the assignments found within those sections, that's your participation, right? That's you being engaged in the course. That's counting towards your attendance. And speaking of grading and attendance, let's talk about this. Your grade is 100% dependent upon your participation and effort in this class, okay? So you want an A, you've got an A. As long as you continue to participate, submit assignments when they're due,
shoot me emails when you have issues. But here's what you got to do to keep that A, okay? So everyone has this A to begin with. You want to keep the A, this is what you got to do. Be engaged in the course, right? Continually activated and in the course. Participate in the discussion topics. Remember, those are the only things that are not found on our online text, right? Although some of you will have discussion topics on your text, so just make sure to make that distinction. You complete all of the assignments, right? Both on our e-learning site and on our online text. This includes all quizzes, exams, reading, writing, listening, viewing, whatever is part of your course. That's what you want to participate in. And then communicating with your professor, me, if and when it is necessary. Understand, because this is an all online course, there's no specified, in-person or virtual meeting time. So you got to work on this on your own. You have to do this in your own time. So your attendance, again, is based on when you log on. Every time you log on, I'm notified. Every time you submit an assignment, I'm notified. Or, if you email me, obviously that shows that you're being engaged in the course. So it's really not that hard, folks. So please take the time to familiarize yourself with things like the detailed course calendar and, don't waste time. Use your time wisely. Some things to consider, okay? You are given all of the tools that you need to successfully complete this course. You have the online text, you have the detailed course calendar, you have e-learning, you have the communications and lecture vids from me, okay? These are going to be periodically sent to you. You also have ample time to complete assignments, provided you do the work and budget your time wisely. I can't make you do that. I can't force students to read emails, to watch videos, or to do the work. You got to take the initiative. You have to take the responsibility. So please, you are solely responsible for the amount of work you put in and the grade that you receive. Understand, there are no makeup exams or makeup assignments. There just isn't enough time for us to do that. You have the schedule. Use it. You have explicit start times and end times for all assignments. Use it. Make use of your time wisely, please. I cannot stress this enough. Email is the best way to communicate with me if there are any issues or problems that arise, and I understand this does happen. Just one caveat to that, I do not respond to emails on the weekends. So if you email me after 5 p.m. on a Friday, you're not going to hear back from me until the following Monday. So that means if you email me on a Saturday or on a Sunday, it's going to take 24 to 48 hours past Sunday for me to respond to you. So just understand, I don't respond to emails on the weekends. Also, I will be out of my office and not answering emails at all from August 18th through August 26th. So if you don't hear from me, that's why. Now, if you're curious, it's because I'm having a major surgery. So hopefully all will go well. And once that surgery is complete and I am on the mend, I will resume my email correspondence to you, okay? So here you go. There you have it, folks. That's kind of how this course structure works. We're going to have other info as we move along, okay? So here we go.
Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing too good for a girl that's so true. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? I bought you a fur coat for Christmas, a diamond ring, that car and everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby,